everybody, it's me, Mickey Mouse.
Assalamualaikum Mickey and friends.
Minnie, come follow me. Where are we going? We will learn about probability with a beautiful tutor. Let's go. Okay, hello Minnie, hello Mickey. Now we come to the menu page. There are some sub-menu that we will discuss. For the first, we will talk about compiler profile, our profile. The second is kompetensi inti. The third is kompetensi dasar. The fourth indicator. The next is material. And the last is the quiz. For the first, we will talk about compiler profile, our profile. So, click here. Compiler profile. Let me introduce myself. My name is Galuh Pramudia Ramadhani. Name 190210101033. And my friends Vivi, Shofiatul, Amalia. Name 190210101042. Okay, after that we go back to the menu and we will see the kompetensi inti. But in the kompetensi inti, kompetensi dasar, and indicator, we will use the Indonesian language. Okay, we can click here. Kompetensi inti. Pada pembelajaran kali ini, kompetensi inti yang ingin kita capai adalah yang pertama, menghargai dan menghayati ajaran agama yang dianutnya. Yang kedua, menghargai dan menghayati perilaku jujur, disiplin, tanggung jawab, peduli, santun, percaya diri dalam berorientasi secara efektif dengan lingkungan sosial dan alam dalam jangkauan pergaulan dan keberadaan. Yang ketiga yaitu memahami dan menerapkan pengetahuan, faktual, konseptual, dan prosedural berdasarkan rasa ingin tahunya tentang ilmu pengetahuan, teknologi, seni, budaya terkait fenomena dan kejadian tampak mata. Yang keempat adalah mengolah, menyaji, dan menalar dalam ranah konkret menggunakan mengurai, merangkai, memodifikasi, dan membuat, dan ranah abstrak, menulis, membaca, menghitung, menggambar, dan mengarang, sesuai dengan yang dipelajari di sekolah dan sumber lain yang sama dalam sudut pandang atau teori. Okay, now we go back to the menu. Now we go to the kompetensi dasar. Kompetensi dasar 3.11 menjelaskan peluang empirik dan teoritik sesuai kejadian dari suatu percobaan. 4.11 menyelesaikan masalah yang berkaitan dengan peluang empirik dan teoritik suatu kejadian dari suatu percobaan. Okay, next we will see the indicator. We can click here. Indikator. Yang pertama yaitu menentukan peluang empirik dari suatu percobaan. 2. Menentukan ruang sampel dari suatu eksperimen. 3. Menentukan titik sampel yang memenuhi suatu kejadian. 4. Menentukan peluang teoritik dari suatu eksperimen.
Is the moment that has been accurately written. We will discuss about the material. So, click here. Mickey, what are we going to learn today?
Okay, Minnie. Welcome to the lesson page. There are two kinds of probabilities, empirical probability and theoretical probability. So, in this time, we will explain about empirical probability, theoretical probability, and also the relationship between empirical probability and theoretical probability. For more, click the button in the left side. And if you want to go back to the start menu, click the home button in the top right corner. For the first, we will discuss about empirical probability, so click here. The empirical or experimental probability of an event is an estimate that an event will occur based upon how often the event occurs after collecting data from an experiment in a large number of trials. This type of probability is based upon direct observation. Each observation in an experiment is called a trial. PA, probability of event A, is number of time the event occur divided by total number of trials. And to better understand, see the following example about the empirical probability in the next slide. For the example, Mickey conducted a survey. A survey was conducted to determine his family's favorite food. Each person only choose one food from the existing food list. Those meatball, noodle, fried rice, and spaghetti. What is the probability that a favorite food was a meatball? Let's see the result of experiment. Okay. Minnie likes spaghetti. Also, look here. Donald likes meatball. Goofy likes meatball. Daisy likes fried rice. Toto likes meatball. Boris likes noodle. Clarabella likes fried rice. And Didi likes meatball. And so there were 8 trials in this experiment, and 4 out of the Mickey's family choose meatball. So the probability is number of time the event occur divided by total number of trials. So the empirical probability is half. And in the next slide, we will discuss about theoretical probability. With theoretical probability, you do not actually conduct an experiment. Instead, you use what you know about the situation to determine the probability of an event occurring. You may use your reasoning skills or an existing formula to arrive at your answer. The theoretical probability of an event occurring is an expected probability based upon knowledge of the situation. It is the number of favorable outcomes to the number of possible outcomes. And PA, probability of event A, is number of favorable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes. And to better understand, see the following example about the theoretical probability. For the example, find the probability of rolling a 6 on a 5D. No experiment is needed. There are 6 possible outcomes when rolling a D: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The only favorable outcomes is rolling a 6. Probability is number of favorable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes, and the answer is 1/6.
The relationship between empirical and theoretical probability. In this matter, of course, there is connection with the matter of empirical probability and theoretical probability, and make sure all of you perfectly understood the lesson of both probabilities. When we do an experiment, the value of empirical probability will always be close to the value of theoretical probability. The empirical probability will be close to the theoretical probability when one experiment of events that we hope often appears. Then the result will be close to the theoretical probability. To better understand, see the following example. Coin is tossed 1,000 times. There will likely be a number 500 times or a picture 500 times. How many is the probability that the picture appears 500 times? And how is the relationship between empirical probability and theoretical probability? Problem solving. It is known a coin is tossed 1,000 times. As the probability that the image appear 500 times. The answer. The theoretical probability is the ideal. For example, in tossing a coin, the possibility is that if a number does not appear, the picture will appear. So that the probability is like in the picture or in the slideshow. While the empirical probability is that we have to do the experiment by throwing 1,000 coins, then we get n probability. From the problem, we get n probability. P is 500 divided by 1,000 is 0.5. Okay. From that, we get the more throwing we expect is nearly to 500. The empirical probability will be close to the theoretical probability score is 0.5. Another hypothesis, if we expect 10 times the image that appears from the coin toss, then the empirical probability will avoid the theoretical value opportunity. P is 10 divided by 1,000 is 0.01. So, in conclusion, if an event which we hope often appears, the result will be near the theoretical value opportunity. Okay, now we go back to the menu.
Okay, to test our understanding, let's take the following quiz. So, click here. Okay, Minnie, Mickey, and friends, welcome to the quiz page. Okay, for the first, enter our name here. Okay, my name is Vivi. Because we do not know the password, we click the hint button. And now we know the password. Enter the password here. And then we click the login button. Okay, click the start button to start the quiz. Number 1. Earlier we were told that the numbers 0 through 9 were written on a piece of paper placed in a bag, and one piece of paper is drawn at random. What is the theoretical probability that is an even number if this experiment is repeated 10 times and an even number is chosen 6 times? What is the experimental probability of choosing an even number? We choose randomly. For example, we choose the answer is C. Number 2, find the odds again rolling a number larger than 2 on a standard day. We choose randomly. For example, we choose the answer is C. Number 3, the result of the experiment to roll a dice 72 times are shown in the table, like that. Okay, and the question is determine the empirical probability of the D3 and 5 and the relation to the theoretical probability. And we choose randomly again. For example, we choose the answer is A. And number 4, what is the theoretical probability of rolling a 4 or a 7 with a set of 2 dice? For example, we choose B. And because here we choose randomly, so we only get 50. And 2 number are 2 number are false. But don't worry, we can see the answer and the explanation by clicking this button. And if you want to repeat the quiz, you can click here. But we will see the answer and the explanation. Okay, click here. Number 1, the theoretical probability of an event is the number of ways to get a success divided by the number of possible outcomes. In this case, there are 4 even numbers in 0 through 9, which is the result that we want. There are 10 pieces of paper in the bag since there are 10 numbers in 0 through 9. And so PT is 4 divided by 5, and the answer is 40%. And the experimental probability is the number of times the event occur divided by the total number of trials. If there are 10 trials and an even number is chosen 6 times, then we have PE is 6 divided by 10, so the answer is 60%. So the theoretical probability is 40% and the experimental probability is 60%. The answer is C. And next we click here. Number 2, there are 4 outcomes on a standard D larger than 2. It is 3, 4, 5, and 6. Odds again rolling larger than 2 is 2 divided by 4. And so the answer is C. Okay, for the next number, we click the next button. Okay, number 3, for the first research theoretical probability, PT is number of favorable outcomes divided by number of possible outcomes is 1 divided by 6, and the decimal is 0.17. And then the empirical probability of D3. PE is number of time the event occur divided total number of trial. 10 divided by 72 in the decimal is 0.14. So the relation is PE smaller than PT. And then we search empirical probability of D5. PE is number of time the event occur divided by total number of trial. 12 divided by 72 is 0.17. The relation is PE same with PT. So the answer is B. Okay, last number. If this question asks you the empirical probability, you could set up an experiment. For example, you could roll the D 100 times, record the result, and state the probability. But as this question is asking you the theoretical probability, you need to use a formula or set up a sample space. As there is no single formula for calculating the rolling probabilities, set up a sample space. Okay, step 1, set up a sample space. In other words, write out all of the possible events that can happen. In this case, the events are the numbers that come up after the dice are rolled. For 2 dice, the probability are like that. I have folded the rolls and the result in a total 4 or 7. There is typo, sorry. And step 2, figure out of probability. The entire sample space is made up of 36 possible rows. There are 9 rows that result in 7 or 4, so the answer is D. Okay. And now we have finished doing the quiz and show the explanation. You can repeat the quiz by click here, and you can close the program by clicking the exit button. I hope this video can be useful, and thank you for watching. Bye bye.